Almost 400 episodes of Peppa Pig have aired. But did you know that not everything in this show is as cheerful as it seems? That's right. There are some pretty dark secrets hidden within Evil Twin. If you think the Pig family is completely innocent, think again. There's an official Peppa Pig wallpaper that has a creepy hidden figure. It shows the whole Pig family together. Peppa, George, Mummy, and Daddy Pig. But if you look closely in the background, you'll see a fifth member, a figure that looks a lot like Peppa, almost like a second Peppa? The scariest part is that this image was created by the show's official team, not just some random fan. The most popular theory about this mysterious character is that she's Peppa's twin sister, identical but hidden and excluded, trapped inside the house. While Peppa enjoys a happy life filled with friends, this dark twin is supposedly confined, forbidden from communicating with anyone. If this theory is correct, imagine the resentment and envy this hidden daughter of the Pig family must have accumulated, turning her into an evil twin who wants to take Peppa's place. And since she was never allowed to go to school, her learning difficulties are obvious. This is hinted at in a computer game at the Pig House, where an unidentified user scores very low. It looks like, during a brief moment when the family was out, she took her chance to play and logged in under the name OOP. The letters are a mystery, but some fans think her name could be Olivia, with Pig at the end. The creepiest part? Even after all the abandonment, she still sees herself as part of the family. The other initials belong to well-known characters: GEO, George, PEP, Peppa, GNP, Granny Pig, GPP, Grandpa Pig, MMP, Mummy Pig, and SUZ, Susie Sheep. And of course, the enigmatic OOP, Olivia Pig, Peppa's evil twin sister. So here's a tip. Never Google Peppa Pig wallpaper. You might just stumble upon Peppa's evil twin. Want to know more creepy facts about the Peppa show? Stay tuned and let's dive deeper into the strange world of the little pink pig. Frozen in time. Now, let's talk about something really weird. Anyone who's watched Peppa Pig knows there are Christmas episodes and birthday parties. But have you noticed that no one ever ages? That's right. Despite all the celebrations, every character seems to be frozen at the same age. Just to give you an idea, Peppa has been 4 years old for 20 years now. Doesn't that seem odd? The only plausible explanation is that time in Peppa's world is stopped. It's almost as if they celebrate things like Christmas to keep themselves from going crazy in this eternity. Imagine the feeling of being stuck in some sort of time bubble, never growing or aging. It's like the characters in Peppa are immortal? If you're as freaked out by this theory as I am, go ahead and leave a comment below saying SPOOKY. Poor rabbits. Anyone who watches the Little Pink Pigs show has noticed that most residents live in houses high up on the hills. These homes are well kept and organized. But there's one exception, the rabbit family's house. Unlike the others, they live in an underground, dark, and somewhat isolated place. This unique way of life even seems to have affected little Richard Rabbit, who has developed a fear of stairs. After all, there are none where he lives. To make things worse, as the only characters who truly live like animals, the Rabbit family has to deal with their home flooding. In the episode, The Biggest Muddy Puddle in the World, it's clear that Peppa's town is prone to flooding. Most residents who live up high are unaffected and can just wait for the water to recede without much worry. Some even enjoy a boat ride during the flood. But what about the Rabbit family? Their house is practically doomed to flood every time there's heavy rain. There's no barrier at the entrance to prevent water from getting in. This is just one more sign of how much this family suffers and seems to be completely forgotten by all their neighbors in town. What's in a name? In Peppa Pig's world, it's common for characters to be called by their role, like Mummy, Daddy, or Granny. Everyone knows them by these names. But even if we're used to these titles, it's clear they must have real names, right? For a long time, fans wondered, do these characters have actual names? This question was finally answered in the episode Treasure from the Sea. In it, Peppa, George, and Granny find a bottle in the water, and inside, there's a note and a phone number. When they decide to call the number, guess who answers? Grandpa Rabbit. And the most surprising part? The note is signed Rad. That's right. So that's Grandpa Rabbit's real name. It's strange to think that after 8 seasons, we still know so few of the characters' real names. The mystery of the wolves. In Peppa Pig, you'll often see various animal species living peacefully together. Animals of all kinds seem to coexist harmoniously, but not everything is as perfect as it seems. When the wolves are around, the atmosphere changes, and there's an air of unease. Do the other animals really trust the wolves? Everyone knows Daddy Pig works as an architect or engineer, as he's built several houses around town. In fact, he was responsible for building Mr. Wolf and his family's house. But instead of thanking him for the new home, Mr. Wolf, without a second thought, asks a strange question. He wants to know if Daddy Pig's house is made of straw. It's impossible not to think of the Three Little Pigs story, where things definitely didn't end well. How strange is that? Mr. Wolf's weird behavior didn't stop there. In another instance, he and Daddy Pig share a small boat to cross the river. So far, so good, except that during the crossing, Mr. Wolf looks at Daddy Pig and comments that he's hungry, in a very suspicious way, staring at Daddy Pig with a strange look. Seriously, who wouldn't be scared in that situation? In the episode Wendy Wolf's Birthday, things get even more tense. When night falls, all the kids are scared, worried that a wild animal might suddenly appear. And who do they imagine could be the big, scary animal? That's right, Mr. Wolf. It's clear that this unsettling sense of insecurity affects everyone in town, even the youngest residents. It leaves us wondering, if all of these animals live together peacefully, why is there such a strange sense of fear, especially of the wolves? Could there have been past incidents kept secret in the town? Or is there something mysterious in these characters' history that's never been revealed? It's hard not to feel like there's something strange going on, right? If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and join our team of Peppa Pig fans. Reality show. In Peppa Pig episodes, everything always starts out super cheerful. The bright blue sky, the green grass, and of course, the pig family introducing themselves with that playful vibe, saying their names and laughing on the ground at the end. It seems like nothing could possibly be wrong here, right? But let me tell you, that might not be the case. Even though it seems like an innocent cartoon that only shows the lighthearted, everyday life of the pig family with their neighbors and friends, there's something very strange at the beginning when the episode title appears on the screen. In every single episode, the first thing we see is Peppa's house or his school being filmed from outside. The camera starts far away and slowly zooms in until it reaches the location, where it then starts recording the characters. But here's the weird part. The characters don't even notice the camera. They don't look at it and act as if they're not being filmed, as if they're just living their lives, unaware. This is where things start to feel a bit off. Have you ever thought about how creepy it would be if, while you were just watching TV, someone suddenly started recording you without you even knowing? Well, that's exactly what happens every day to the characters in Peppa's world. They're living their lives without any idea that at any moment someone might start recording their routines, showing everything for anyone to see. They're basically participating in a giant reality show, a program where their real lives are followed, filmed, and broadcast to the entire world. But the worst part is that they don't even know it. Imagine having your privacy captured by cameras all the time and not even realizing it. Now, the big question is, who could be behind all this filming? Who would turn everyone's routine into a massive TV show without their permission? If this is true, it's definitely creepy. And we've got a guess as to who might be responsible, which we'll reveal now. The sinister Miss Rabbit. Miss Rabbit has always been known for having multiple jobs and always being involved in everything that happens in Peppa Pig's town. She seems hardworking and dedicated, which has led everyone to believe she's a good person. But is this kind-hearted image really true? If we look closer, she may be hiding a dark secret behind her model employee facade. The shocking truth that almost no one suspects is that Miss Rabbit is actually the most profitable person in town. Everyone thinks she's just a hard worker, but in reality, she has total control over the town and its finances, manipulating everything for her own benefit. She's the one collecting most of the money, and it's no wonder she's considered one of the most influential characters in Peppa Pig. And it gets even darker, as Miss Rabbit is hiding another suspicious activity. She records illegal shows without the residents suspecting a thing, broadcasting them worldwide as a global TV show and making tons of money from it. As if that wasn't enough, she also controls the town's TV antennas, making sure the show doesn't air in her own town, so the residents don't discover her evil plan. Things get even more suspicious when the Queen visits the town and awards Miss Rabbit a prize, recognizing her as the most dedicated worker. This acknowledgement seems like a positive thing, and everyone in town is happy for her. But do they really understand what this means? Receiving a prize directly from the Queen gives Miss Rabbit even more prestige and power, strengthening her influence over the town. Who would dare disobey someone awarded by England's own monarch? And does the Queen really not know about the illegal activities of this supposed model employee? It could be that the Queen is unaware of Miss Rabbit's sinister activities, but could someone with so much power really not know anything? The question remains. Honestly, I never would have guessed Peppa's town could hide such dark mysteries. What about you? Did you notice these situations? To keep having fun with us, we've selected 2 videos that are perfect for you. Just choose the one you're most interested in and click to keep watching. Thanks, and enjoy the video!